days around.
Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we will be reacting to Tottenham's 1-0 win over Crystal Palace as Harry Kane scored just before the halftime interval to give Tottenham all 3 points. Their first win in the Premier League in 4 games and a big 3 points in the race for the top 6 European spots. This pushes them above Brighton, who do have 3 games in hand, so they've got a lot of points to make up there. But still, it does push up higher up the table and is a very, very good addition to our points. The one goal came in the 45th plus first minute, but there was only really one other event of note in the game for Spurs, and that was in the 17th minute when Romero hit the woodwork. Son put in a cross into the box from a corner. Romero rose highest and crashed his effort off of the crossbar. The goalkeeper, Johnston, was motionless, but didn't go in. Tottenham continued their quest for the goal until the 45th minute, where Harry Kane finally got the lead for Spurs. He tapped up a loose ball for Porro, who chased onto it and put in a beautiful cross deep into the back post, and Harry Kane had basically an open net just to head it into. Heads it into the back of the net, and that is literally how the game ended. It was, I think some people would call it a bit of a boring game. There weren't many clear-cut chances for a lot of the game, but Tottenham controlled it very well. Their defense was something that we haven't seen in a long time, which is something that is very important considering the last 3 games we've conceded like 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. So to keep a clean sheet today is a big, big statement. Harry Kane also becomes the second highest all-time leading Premier League goal scorer in history on 209 Premier League goals. The header against Crystal Palace today means that he moves up above Wayne Rooney, who was on 208, and Harry Kane is now on 209, only surpassed by Alan Shearer, who has, I believe, 260 goals in the Premier League. So that's a big, big record for Harry Kane to hit. He also became the first player in history in the Premier League to score 10 headed goals in one season, with his 10th coming today. He was very good today, I thought. Other performances of note, of course, Forster had some good saves back in goal. Emerson Royale, Christian Romero, and Clement Longley were 3 important players in our defensive unit today. Dyer was dropped, and Royale came back into the starting 11 after an injury break, but he was a huge miss, it looks like, and Ryan Mason did a big tactical change between the last game where we lost 4-3 or whatever, and this game where we win 1-0. He dropped Eric Dyer, and we started playing this interesting fluid 3-4-3, 4-4-2 formation, where in attack we'd switch to a 3-4-3 with Emerson Royale, Christian Romero, and Clement Longley as our back 3, and Davies and Porro as our wing backs. But every time we needed to defend, we would drop back into a 4-4-2 with Emerson Royale, Christian Romero, Clement Longley, and Ben Davies as our flat 4, and Pedro Porro kind of as that right midfielder on the opposite side of Son Heung-min. So it was definitely an interesting tactic change, but I think it helped our defense a lot. I think something that helped our defense even more was the dropping of Eric Dyer. His shaky form and just general inability to defend was completely cleared out of the equation today, and I think Clement Longley is about 25 times better than Eric Dyer, and he showed that today. He had a lot of excellent tackles and defended very well, especially when there were loose passes in midfield from Skip and Højbjerg, who were oddly off of it today, not on their usual game. They were interestingly off-key today, and that led to a lot of our problems in midfield, but our defensive unit was very strong. Porro created a lot of chances today and put in a beautiful cross for Harry Kane. Son was an absolute industrial unit. Going back, he went back so many times to defend, especially when we were attacking corners. Crystal Palace cleared and they were on the break, but Son showed incredible work rate to get back and defend that chance, and that was probably his best part of the game today. So honestly, you could look at his stats and say, oh, he didn't have a good game. I thought he had an incredible game, and he was really, really integral to us getting the win today. Richarlison was okay. He was very I mean, he made a lot of runs, but we had no way of picking him out because we have no creative midfielders. But also, I just felt like when he did have the ball, he wasn't producing enough quality like Kane or Son. I felt Kane or Son, every time they got on the ball, they just did a little bit more than Richarlison was able to. But not a bad performance. And then our first sub came on in the 79th minute, so nothing much of note there. But the biggest point of today's performance was just making sure that we got the win, and we got, I guess, an additional bonus of that is getting that clean sheet, because that will say a lot about our defense. We have conceded, I think this is a record number of goals in the last, 12 seasons or something, or 10, probably closer to 7 or 8 seasons, but we have conceded 57 goals this season. We've scored 64, so we've got a positive goal difference of just 7. When you compare that to Arsenal, who have conceded just 39 and scored 81, they were on a plus 42 goal difference. So we have had a lot of defensive troubles, and a lot recently. 6-1 Newcastle, 4-3 to Liverpool, 2-3 to Bournemouth. So getting a clean sheet and a win today was very, very important. And I really like the way Ryan Mason set us up today. I thought it was a very good idea. It played to our strengths. And honestly, I think there's a big chance we can get Nagelsmann, but if we don't, I would not be against seeing Ryan Mason just take the helm and just take the reins for the squad for the next year, because clearly it seems like a lot of the squad respects him. He's a very commanding manager. He knows how to sort out his tactics. He's a very able in-game change maker. He makes changes within the game very well. So I would not be at any point against seeing him just take up the manager position as a permanent and try and build something here. He would basically be like our Arteta, because over at Arsenal, really, the key there was getting in that project manager and just backing him regardless of the results. We haven't really had a project manager, but I would not be against seeing Ryan Mason just go in, take the reins, and let's see where we go. Because at this point, what else do we have to lose? I think that would be just that kind of set of scenario is only behind if we get Nagelsmann. If we don't get Nagelsmann, I think Ryan Mason is really our best bet, because he just seems like such an able manager. But that is the end for our instant reactions. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the like button if you want to see more Spurs content. Comment down below what who your player of the match was, and until next time, come on you Spurs!